Hello YouTube, it is Monkey King here. This is my first video and the topic for today is the World of Warcraft Legion. Is Blizzard going to take out two-handed weapons for the Frost Death Knights? Now, just a little wave right there and welcome everyone to my channel. Just now starting YouTube and yeah, let's get into the topic. I'm just going to go on a rant right now about what I think might happen, what will happen, like what might happen, mostly my thoughts, my opinions. There's going to be some stutters in the video and some stuff just because it's my first and all that, but let's just dive into it. So Blizzard says that on the artifact weapons, the Blood Death Knight has the Axe of Maw. Unholy, I don't think has been out yet, but Frost, they say that Frost Death Knights are going to have two one-handed weapons. I think they're swords. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but they're going to have two one-handed swords, and they are saying, and there's rumors around that they're going to completely, like, well, not completely, but just like actually choose the weapon type for Death Knights in Legion. Like, it's been like, you can do many ways of doing Frost. You could do two one-handed or you can do two-handed. Preferably I do two-handed because I like the huge obliterates and the big DPS numbers, but I'm also good with two one-handed. I think it's going to be a little strange if they completely block off two-handed weapons. Like, just we can't equip them at all. I think that might be a little strange. But if they just like debuff it, then that's okay too. Or if they like, they don't have to show us the debuff, but if they just do it and it's noticeable, I think people will stop playing two-handed. And just to bring up weapons that the Death Knights have tried, pole arms. Death Knights have tried to do pole arms. I think pole arms Death Knights are extinct now. I haven't seen one in like years. I tried it out once. I did not like it. I went back to my two-hand. It did much better. So if they just do something like that, I guess that could work, because if they just need to dial two-handed down, they need to make a choice for Frost Death Knights, and I think that choice is leading to the two one-handed weapons. But there is something they will have to do in order to finalize the two-handed if they completely just get that out of the picture. On the last quest of the starting stage, that's Light Hope's Chapel for Death Knights, on the quest rewards it says two-handed axe and two-handed sword. If they completely block that two-handed off the Frost Death Knights arsenal, then will they put in more items into that quest, like two one-handed, or would they would have to do something with that final quest, because either way, if they dumb it down, they're not going to be efficient, and if they totally block it, then they're going to need to add another sword or something that's one-handed but in like a pair. So maybe on this next expansion, you know, since you have two one-handed slots, maybe you'll have one slot and the picture, like the icon, will be two swords, so you don't have to put them on like one-on-one. Of course, I think they should have, just for like a variety standpoint, they should have the two boxes, but just in case you have a pair, which they might do with the artifact weapons, if you have a pair, you can just right click on like the double icon and it'll equip both. I think that could be more efficient and all that. So let's see, what else is there? I like, as I said before, I like the two-handed just because I like the feel of it. I like the big obliterates. I like the huge damage. Right now I'm doing the Spike Naru Great Club, but transmogrified to the Kagraz's Burning Blade. I love the look of it. Like I like doing the transmogs and all that. Just look at that. That's awesome. I really like two-handed. I like the look. I don't think you get as good looks on one-handed than two-handed. I really don't want them to be blocked. If they could just, excuse me, if they can just do something like what they did with the pole arms, I think that would be fine. Again, just like to hit bullet points because I've been talking and like ranting. Number one, I'm good with two one-handed artifact weapons. I'm not against it. I think it's a good move for Blizzard since Unholy and Blood will have the two-handed. Number two, I think that they shouldn't get rid of two-handed in general for the Frost Death Knights, but maybe like a little debuff or anything, or like they'll have on, let's see, right on the core abilities, maybe they'll have like two one-handed does this amount more damage or something to the promote two one-handed. But I don't think they should completely block that off. Number three, if they do completely block that off, then pretty much I'm gonna have to, I don't want to get rid of this blade or this club or the other great two-handed weapons I have in my bank. That'll just be like a sad memory, I guess, or something like that. So as to count for number three, I think that they will just, one second.
Hey there. Have a good one.
Number three, I'm sorry. For number three, I think that if they just, if they do one or the other, they'll have to do something to the reward system on the Death Knight starting zone, because I remember like at the end you get the two-handed axe or sword and you have to pick. Maybe they're going to like input one of like a two-handed sword, a two one-handed or something like that, just to give more of a variety of like a class spec, like and all that. And I think that's it. I'm looking forward to Legion. I think what they're doing with the artifact weapons are really good. I like the class orders. Hopefully they have flying in there. I don't have to do a quest to get some flying in that continent, because I would rather pay gold than do like a couple of days of farming. Like honestly, I don't want to do that. So yeah, my first video, obviously it's not going to be as good as the other ones. I plan to be a better person than I was yesterday. And yeah, thanks YouTube, and see you later.